All right. Welcome back to the channel. It is a new thing from I am sure sports. It is the Let's Be Fair podcast. Just 10 or so minutes just picking up on a topical issue and discussing it with you, the fans. And for this particular podcast, what we want is to get your feedback in the comment section. And then on our next podcast, covering Let's Be Fair, we'll pick up on some of those comments and then we will discuss them. This podcast is powered by Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most, and also by one of our long time sponsors, Trickn, who just opened a brand new restaurant over there in Ontario, Canada. So let's take a word from our sponsors, and then we will come back and begin to dive into our topic of the day. It reeks conflict of interest and corruption. All right. There you go, people. Good to have you again. So normally we ask for three simple things to be done. You hit the like button. Do that right now. There you go. Thank you. You share and you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to I Am Sure Sports. We're a growing platform putting out quality content. All right. And we're improving on a daily basis. All right. So let's get right into it. So recently there was a major merger in Jamaica's football where Phoenix, led by Craig Butler, the one who, the person who brought through a Leon Bailey and a Dujon Whisper Richards, also won the Manning Cup at Mona High School. And his academy has done well as they have been involved in many tours overseas and must be given credit for, like I said, bringing through the likes of a Leon Bailey and the likes of a Dujon Whisper Richards. Lots of credit must be given to him. So that's Phoenix, and they are merging with a present Premier League side, which is Veer out there in Clarendon, operated by the cousins, Luther and Cousin, who is a representative in our political landscape. And the team has been just above the relegation area of the table in the last two seasons. Was coached by Linval Dixon, and I know even former player Paul Young, whenever he has been in Jamaica, he has been involved. This is not, however, Mr. Butler's first stint in the league, because he was in Clarendon before that at Humble Lion, and that didn't go so well. He also participated in the St. Anne Major League. The club had young players at that time, Phoenix. They didn't do so well. He was over in St. Thomas, and that never worked out. And I think he was also in Manchester with Los Perfectos down there. That never worked out. So I'm hoping that this venture will do well. All right, will do well. There are two things that I've always wanted to see, right? Two things in the football. One is, Phoenix actually playing in the Premier League. You just so that Mr. Butler can actually coach in the league, so his credential can be tested in terms of games playing, and then people can say, well, yes, indeed, this is a good coach, an excellent coach, because I don't think the measure of any coach in Jamaica's footballing landscape should be their success in Manning or the Costa Cup. Put them in the JPL, in the Premier League, and let them shine. I'm also looking forward to them clashing with Cavaliers, because these two have been at loggerheads for several years now, and it will be good to see what happens. In fact, I'd love for whatever needs to take place so that Mr. Butler can be coaching the team. So it is not said that he was not able to coach or he could not coach and all of that. I want that to be in place, because I don't want any excuses when the games are being played. All right. The other thing that I want to see, this is not really, it should not be a part of the video, but I just want you to know. So then the first thing is for Mr. Butler and his Phoenix team to have played in the league, which is going to happen now. The other thing is that I want Mr. Rudolph Speed to leave the technical committee chairman position and be given a coaching stint with one of these U teams, with a U20 team where he's allowed to execute the quota system, and he has the same amount of time and resources that were made available to Jerome Waite and to Marcel Gale to see how he will perform. Because I think those two coaches in particular, maybe they're not the best coaches, but maybe they were put at a major disadvantage because of this quota system at the U20 and also because of the preparation time. So I'd love to see those things. Those two things I want to see. Mr. Speed taking a U team in the same conditions that these two former coaches took it up, and also Mr. Butler to play his Phoenix team in the highest league in Jamaica and see how that goes. However, I must say that I am not happy the least bit with the process of how this is being executed. I think the head of the PFJL, the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, should stay clear of this merger and have nothing to say about it as the leaders of the competition, as an independent party. There should be no press release from them, but from the clubs involved. They should not be at the press releases speaking in this manner, except that welcome to the league. They chair and lead the league. And we must be fair that this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. It is unacceptable because when the two teams that got promoted, when Treasure Beach got promoted, there was no fanfare. When Falkland got promoted, no fanfare. When Limeall got promoted, no fanfare, no turning up of the leadership of the PFJL. None. No press conference. No release. Racing, the two newly promoted teams, Racing and Chapperton, nothing. No release. No welcome into the league. No press release. No press conference for them. So this should not be treated this way. It speaks to a high level in many people's eyes of conflict of interest and a level of corruption that has become synonymous with Jamaica's football. Now, let's be fair. You know that if there were some other people doing this, these said two words would be used: corruption and conflict of interest. Because these words, these phrases have become entrenched, enshrined in the Jamaican footballing landscape. So is corruption and conflict of interest for certain people and certain people only? Is that the case? Is that the case, my people? Is it that only certain people can operate in conflict of interest? That's what I want to speak to. So, PFJL leadership, you must stay clear of these kinds of things. I don't see this happening in the EPL. How often do you see press releases or the leaders of the EPL at these things doing what was done? Listen to the thing. Now, I'm no prophet. I have no crystal ball. But here's what I know. There has been a continuous spoken agenda from the leadership of the PFJL, and it must stop. And the notion that this local or domestic football needs to be developed and so that they can represent Jamaica and speak about players from overseas, And even in this press conference, and even in this, you hear the same utterances. Let's put a stop to this. It's good to have them in the league, but your role is to manage all the teams in the league. Let's be fair. You didn't do it for Chapelton Maroons. Let's be fair. You didn't do this for Treasure Beach. Let's be fair. If it were up to you, Veer would not be in the league. Let's be fair. Because you wanted less numbers. But no, the amount of teams is not a problem anymore. So let's be fair. I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. This is the Let's Be Fair podcast. Again, we ask you to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Please, in the comment section, the first 5 comments that speak to this issue, I want to address. Again, congratulations to Phoenix because I've long believed that them being in the Premier League will be a true test of the credentials of Mr. Craig Butler. And I'm looking forward to seeing them played and plying their trade with their philosophy in this league. Big up. Have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe.
Trickn Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?